Right, Edge Animate, here we go. When we get into Edge Animate, I've not really used it for much, but if you've used Flash before, it will be disarmingly similar and at times frustratingly difficult. So we can open some stuff. We're going to create new. Here's what I've been playing around with. I've not looked at that yet. What's new? Getting started. Some of these we can find out from within the interface. Adobe TV is quite good. Community, download samples, the JavaScript, libraries. So what we're going to do is create new, and you can see down here in the lessons panel we've got start, create, across there. If this is not visible, all these windows, properties, this is the timeline, elements, library, etc., are in here. So if lessons is not visible, then make lessons visible. We'll be going through that shortly. So like Flash, strangely, Flash always defaulted to 550 by 400, but this is all HTML and JavaScript, as we'll see shortly. I've got a folder on my desktop that we're going to put stuff in, so let's just save as demo 1, I'll just call it demo 1. And HTML. Okay, so if we bring this across and double click in here, so this is an empty file and it's already included demo edge1 underscore edge actions. These are the action scripts that I'm going to create. Edge.js, we can have a look at these in open with, where's that gone? Open with, there we go. Notepad. So we can see it's not much is happening here. We've got variable composition. We can have a look at this. This is a bit more. Again, remember this is an empty file, so we've got probably stage size in here. Preferences set to auto. White stage with the transparency of 1, so that's solid, 550 by 400. So we've got some of these issues here. The stage is white. Let's change that to red. And then file, save. And then if we go back to this is that one. So now the RGBA is that version of red and an alpha of 1.0. So the HTML, again a bare body. We've got nothing there except a stage, and this is the stage. Set either in pixel size or, as we'll see shortly, we can set it to width. Okay, so we can make that responsive. What else have we got? So this is our edge animation. Oh, you'll like this. This is a minified functions file of all the stuff in here. And interestingly, this is quite a huge file. It's just a text file in this format. JavaScript is just text, but look at that, it's nearly, it's just over 1/10 of a megabyte, so that is a huge file. So this will grow, or the contents of these will grow, and assets will appear, image files, audio files, etc. So let's just do this. So let's have a look at what we've got. Whatever you click on, this is context sensitive, and this is where the majority of our changing of sizes. Okay, so it's a grey rectangle. The colour, the stroke, the X position, the Y position. Just to remind you, or if you didn't know, if we turn this to 0, you'll see that 0 is the top. So 0, 0 is top left, and our page expands to the right, and our page depth expands downwards. Okay, so unlike a chemistry test where this is 0, 0, 0, 0 is now up here. Conceptually, if this is the first time, that's quite difficult, but you will so quickly get the hang of that. The timeline down here, it doesn't have a name, but this is the timeline. And every time we bring things on here, like in Photoshop and other applications, if we press Shift, we get left width and height equal. We make a layer, and we can move these around. Oops. Oh, we should be able to move these around, or do we do it up here? Oh, we do it up here. In Elements, you can see these are div tags, and we can nest things. You can see there I can put that between, or I can make, which one's that? That's the ellipse. I can make the ellipse, I can drop it onto this rectangle. Which rectangle was that? So that when I move this, that ellipse moves. So these are nested div tags along the lines of your, well, HTML. So let's just have a look. We'll go to the pointer, get rid of this, and we'll just bring one simple thing on. A rectangle, put it over there, drop it there. You'll notice that we've got smart guides. There's the center. We'll just drop it left. All I'm going to do is animate this from the left to the right over time, over 1 second. So 0.01 is 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So we can animate things over time. And the easiest way I find is to come up to here. If we're going to animate X, so we're moving this object to the right of stage over time, this little diamond here is a keyframe. And what this says is that when you press that, did you notice that we get a line here, which is the left, and we've got a keyframe here. If I move the timer, where do I want to be, or where do I want the object to be in 1 second? Well, I can move it this way. If you're worried about it going up and down, pressing Shift will keep it horizontally. You'll notice I've got a green line there, which is interesting, which is the motion path. But you'll see now, as I scrub the timer, the object moves. Let's just Control Z that. So the other way is if I am on this object here and I press the pin, use the pin to create from and to with a single edit. So when I click that and I move that to there, whatever, let's press Shift, whatever I change, it will drop in that there. So if I Control Z and start again and then pin, if I move to the right and down, I've moved the X and the Y. I get the X and the Y changing. Okay. Oh, why hasn't that done that? Oh, did I? Just go back, start again. Control Z, your favourite friend. Okay, so unselect the pin, bring this to the start, select the pin, move that to where you want, and drag that to where you want. We get the X and the Y, we get these coloured bands, 0 at the start, 388 at the end, 132, da-da-da, and then it moves. Now, if you want to preview in here, just press the space bar, and it previews it once. Press the space bar again, it goes back to the beginning, and again, back to the beginning. Okay, if you want to preview in a browser, it's Control and Return. So just refresh. Okay, so that's the basics really. So let's have a look at these. So, start a lesson. We've just done the pinning business. I've shown you that. Let's move me. Next step. Oh, right. What this was doing is saying, right, okay, we've got this moving, but at this point here, at this object, let's just say I'm going to change the colour to red. And at this point here, so it stays red, but at this point here, I'm going to change to purple. Red to purple. Press spacebar, red to purple. Okay, so that's good. Perhaps I want it to fade in over time. One of these will be transparency somewhere. Okay, so at time 0, and again, put the timer to where you want. The objects, see, look, style equals opacity of 1. 1 is full, 0 is invisible. So we start at 0 and continue, but here, at the end, we want the opacity to be 1 or 100%. So you can see we're invisible but coming more solid as we're going from red to purple, magenta, or whatever it's called. So that's that. Let's just start. Did we look at this? We looked at the keyframes, didn't we? So let's just start here and look at where's rotation. So in the transform, this is rotation. So we're going to rotate 90 degrees as we move from there. So we want to, this is the other way of doing it, select that to say, hey, I want to fix 0 degrees at this point in time, and then at this point in time I want 45. If it's a bit finicky, just double click, type in whatever, press tab. So press spacebar, oops, press spacebar. Okay, that's very good. So we'll finish that there. That's the first movie.